let's work on this particular SQL question, which is add performance. So we have add ID, user ID, and action. So action, may be clicked or viewed or ignored, right? So this company is running ads and wants to calculate the performance of each and every ad, right? If you could just have a look at this particular table, we have ad ID, we have user ID, and we have action, right? So for this particular ad ID, let's say we have this user ID one and he has clicked, right? Just for let's say for similar ad ID one, we have user ID seven and he has ignored. And again for one, we have user ID four and he has viewed, right? So what we have to find out is we just have to find out the performance of each and every ad, right? And how performance of ad is going to be measured. So we have the formula here. So what we have to do is first we have to find out the total number of ads that were clicked, and then we will have to divide it by add total clicks plus add total views into 100, right? And just to find out the CTR of each ad, and then we'll have to round it to two decimal points, and then we'll have to return the result ordered by CTR in descending order and ADID in ascending order, right? In case of a tie. So if you just have a look, right? So let's try to calculate for ID one, right? So for one, what we have checked, and then again for one we have ignored, then we have viewed, then we have checked, right? So how many? So as per the formula, first we will have to do add on total clicks, right? So how many clicks were there? One and two, right? So output will be 2 and we will have to divide it by add of total clicks plus views. So total clicks, how many are there? 2 and 1, right? So 2 by 3. So it would be around 0.66, right? And you can just multiply it by 100. You will get it around 66.67 percentage, right? So this is how we have to calculate this particular thing. So let's write this query. First, what we will have to select ADID, right? Select ADID, and now we can calculate CTR here. So what we can do, we will just use a case when statement here. Action is equal to clicked, then one, else zero, and okay. And since we have to find out the sum of all the occurrence of one here, right? Let's do a sum. Then just divide it by uh, case when action is equal to clicked or action is equal to viewed, then one, else zero, and right. Just do a sum here as well. And then what we have to find out is we have to multiply it by 100, right? Into 100, if you could see here, into 100. Now we have to round it to two decimal point, right? Just comma 2 and put round here. Okay. Now what next? Yeah, so this is done, and return the result table ordered by CTR in descending order. Okay. CTR descending. Let's put this as an alias CTR, right? Adds, and then in case of tie, we'll have to add order this ADID in ascending order, right? ADID. So if you run this, so for ADID1, we are getting this, right? Let's try to validate this. Okay, so we forgot to use a group by here because we have to calculate for each and every ADID, right? Now let's run this. 167, 3, 5 null. So if you could see for add ID 5, right? So this is coming as null. So in case of null, what we have to populate is we have to populate 0. If you could see total clicks on a add plus AD total view is equal to 0, then we'll have to populate it as 0. So what you can write here is you can just use olace here. In case of null, it will populate it as 0, right? Now run it once again. So we have got the output, right? I hope you guys have understood this particular question. Just read this question once again and try to solve this. Thanks for watching.